Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking the video out. Today we have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover here today. So as always, before we dive into these topics, do me a favor. If you end up enjoying the video or finding it informative, be sure to leave it a like. And if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. We're starting here with the PlayStation Store Black Friday deals. They're going to include major discounts on PlayStation Plus, PS5 games, DualSense controllers, and more. The PlayStation Store Black Friday deals are live with discounts on all the things I just listed. Since the launch of Sony's revamped PS Plus service, there haven't been many discounts, but this year's Black Friday deals include discounts of 25% off of PlayStation Plus Essential, PlayStation Plus Extra, and PlayStation Plus Premium. For those interested, you can stack up as many 12-month plans as you need and benefit from these discounts to the fullest. Those upgrading to a higher tier can also benefit from the savings. In addition to offering discounts on the different PlayStation Plus tiers, there are also discounts on the PS5 DualSense wireless controllers and other peripherals via the official PlayStation Direct store. Players can expect discounts of up to 25% on DualSense controllers and discounts of up to 30% on other accessories, including chargers, headsets, and more. Some of these deals are also available via local participating retailers, so be sure to check out your local retailer in your region. And it says, as for the savings on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 titles, there are quite a few headliners that you might want to pay attention to. Some of these standouts here are Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS5 and PS4's 50% off. Gotham Knights PS5 Standard Edition is 40% off already. Gran Turismo 7 Standard Edition for PS5 is 38% off. Stray on both PS5 and PS4 is 20% off. The Last of Us Part 1 is 25% off. Horizon Forbidden West PS5 Standard Edition is 38% off. So yeah, if you're interested in any of these games, now would be a good time to consider picking them up. And it says here the PlayStation Store Black Friday 2022 deals are available until November 28th. So keep that in mind. That's when it's going to end. Plenty of time between now and then to kind of decide what you might want to spend your money on. But I also want to acknowledge here that some PlayStation Plus Premium members are feeling a bit disgruntled that you can't downgrade for the Black Friday discount. Reading from Push Square, they say PS Plus Premium has, if we're being totally honest, turned out to be a huge disappointment. Sony's top-tier subscription promised cloud streaming and classic games, and while it's ultimately delivered on those vows, the lack of meaningful additions of late, along with the service's seriously flawed logic, has left fans wanting to downgrade. The positive is that PS Plus Extra is proving serious value for the money, especially when you factor in the month's 25% off Black Friday discount. Many fans were hoping they could downgrade to the middle tier and then extend their subscription at a lower price. Unfortunately, after some investigation, we've learned that it's impossible. You can notify Sony that you want to change your plan at any time, but you can only stack subscriptions to your active membership. This ultimately means if you're currently a PS Plus Premium subscriber until, say, December 31st, you'd only be able to take advantage of the aforementioned Black Friday discount for the top tier, even if you've told Sony that you want to downgrade when your existing plan concludes. The same is true, of course, if you're currently a PS Plus Extra member and want to return to PS Plus Essential. It's all quite messy and likely related to the creaky structure of the PlayStation Store, but the bottom line is that members are feeling slighted here. The only way you could downgrade and take advantage of the deal is if your current plan is set to expire before the Black Friday sale concludes. So I had to definitely let you guys know about this, because for as good as some of these Black Friday deals from the PlayStation Store are looking, specifically with PS Plus, it is quite unfortunate that this is the way Sony's handling it. I'm going to be honest, I've seen quite a few people express their dismay with PlayStation Plus Premium, and they are kind of showing a desire to want to downgrade to Extra, because that's the tier that, as of right now, I think is most appealing to most people. And so, yeah, it's really unfortunate that you're kind of locked into it and you can't take advantage of a, of a Black Friday deal for Extra or Essential if that's what you wanted, if you already chose to subscribe to Premium. So let me know if this is a problem you're currently experiencing. Next up from that, we have PlayStation's Shuhei Yoshida actually talking a little bit more about PlayStation Extra and giving us some insight. Reading from PlayStation Universe, it says, speaking during an interview with MCV, Sony indie boss Shuhei Yoshida has described the introduction of PlayStation Plus Extra as taking PlayStation Now and creating a best of list for PlayStation users. PS Extra is the second tier in Sony's revamped sub-service and offers not only free PS4 and PS5 games on a monthly basis, but also brings over a bunch of additional titles as a replacement for the now shuttered PS Now. Quote, when we transitioned from the old PS Plus to new PS Plus, we looked at the whole catalog of games that were included in PS Now, and we didn't just move these games to PS Plus Extra, we completely revisited the list and tried to create a best-of collection of high-quality games from indies to AAAs, so I believe over 100 high-quality games are available in the PS Plus Extra tier now, end quote. So that is exactly what Shuhei Yoshida is letting everybody know, and you know, I have to say that it makes sense. This is kind of what we're seeing with this tier of PlayStation Plus. And so, you know, we haven't really heard anybody from Sony talk too much about the revamped subscription service since it launched. So I figured I would just kind of, you know, include this here and let you guys know what Shuhei is saying about it. Let me know what you think about that. Next up, though, we are talking about Resident Evil 4 Remake for PlayStation 5. And how apparently it may feature in-game purchases and possibly include multiplayer. Reading from Game Rant, they say the remake of Resident Evil 4 will feature in-game purchases, which could mean the survival horror title will also come with a multiplayer mode. According to the Entertainment Software Rating Board, or ESRB, the title will have in-game purchases, particularly on PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series consoles. No further details are given as to what exactly these purchases will be. However, seeing as RE3 Remake also came with a similar feature, which incidentally also has multiplayer in the guise of Resident Evil Resistance, it could mean RE4 will get multiplayer as well. However, this hasn't been confirmed, so it's best to take the information with a grain of salt. So to me, this is interesting because the idea of Capcom announcing at some point that RE4 Remake will ship with some type of multiplayer mode, or maybe a multiplayer mode of some kind will release for it after the fact, would not be surprising at all. If there's one thing that Capcom has made pretty clear, I would say, over the years now, especially with these remakes, is that they want to have some type of successful multiplayer component to Resident Evil. And as of right now, their efforts have been, I'd say, okay at best, but nothing has really kind of latched on yet. And so I just get this feeling that they're going to keep doing it. And I don't have a problem with it, right? Like the Resident Evil Resistance mode, I actually did play that, and I thought it was really enjoyable. And it was kind of nice to have that experience there where after I was, you know, done playing the remake and finished with the story and did everything I wanted to do, I kind of, you know, had a reason to continue playing or engaging with Resident Evil in this case. So yeah, I will say, you know, if they can do a fun and interesting multiplayer component to Resident Evil 4 and just basically present it as, hey, like this is just something extra, you know, kind of an added bonus that we're putting in here for people who pick up the game, then I'm totally cool with that and I'm okay with that. So, you know, I'll keep you guys updated and let you know if they announce anything like that. And I would like to know your thoughts on this. What do you think about a potential multiplayer component to RE4 Remake? Next up, we are talking once again about God of War Ragnarok, and this is going to be a difficult topic for me to cover because I think I'm pretty close to finishing God of War Ragnarok, but what I learned looking into this, or at least beginning to read this article, is it does enter spoiler territory. So rest assured, I'm not reading the article and I'm not acknowledging what the spoiler is. I'm actually kind of reporting on this blindly. So this is really for anybody who has already completed the game. If you haven't completed the game, don't worry. You don't have to worry about me spoiling it in this video. I would just maybe recommend staying out of the comment section of this video. But the title here says God of War Ragnarok boss teases a story for another game and fans are taking the bait. And based off of my understanding, Cory Barlog essentially acknowledged a fan that had a gripe with something that happened in the story. And what he basically said is that, yeah, we have a kind of section here that I'm assuming isn't explained in the game, or at least that's what's insinuated. And it's because it's going to be saved for a story for another time in another game. And obviously this made people kind of go a little bit nuts and be like, oh, like, is this Cory Barlog straight up teasing the next game? Now, I do not know what this is in regards to. I'm really curious at this point, but there we go. Apparently Cory is already doing what he does best. I mean, we know that after God of War 2018, he found his own subtle way to tease some snippets of the next game by like teasing out Ragnarok is coming and stuff like that. And it was very interesting stuff there. So yeah, I will leave this topic where it is at this point. And so I'll talk more about it when I complete the game. But the final topic I have for you is a surprise update to the PlayStation 5 homepage that people are really enjoying. Coming from Push Square, it says PS5 users across the USA are beginning to notice their Explore page on the console's home screen is being dramatically updated with new information and tabs. Instead of a stream of readily available PlayStation blog posts, the page details what your friends are doing along with an overall trophy level that reveals how close you are to the next rank. If you scroll down the tab more, you'll find news posts from games you followed, as well as official from PlayStation articles that play PSVR 2 trailers and detail the God of War Ragnarok limited edition controller, for example. Below that are videos from various PS5 and PS4 titles that have been captured and uploaded by the community. The update doesn't appear to have rolled out to every PS5 user in the USA, rather players appear to be gaining access to it somewhat randomly. Unfortunately, the feature has been exclusive in the US region since the console's release back in November of 2020. It isn't available anywhere else. Instead, there's an official news tab in the game base that acts as an activity card. Should Sony finally decide to launch it worldwide, then the much updated page feels like a step closer to regaining the information the PS4 system's What's New page displayed. It would show you what your friends are up to, displaying the games they've played and the trophies they've earned. It's a neat timeline. Sony's decision to do away with the feature is one of the criticisms that many people had with the PS5's UI. And so I wanted to be sure to cover this because I actually woke up to this and I was wondering if it was like a glitch or something, or, you know, if something just was going on with my system. But I realized pretty quickly that, oh, this is the new format. And I was exploring a little bit. I'm like, you know, this is actually really, really good. This is 1,000 times better, in my opinion, than what was there previously. It's just so much more useful. It's giving me information that I care about, stuff I want to see, stuff I want to know. And I just think it makes a lot more sense. So hopefully, I mean, it would make sense at this point, Sony will roll this out to every PS5 user globally. So there you go. That is the surprise PS5 UI update. And it's interesting how Sony just kind of does this stuff without any warning. I feel like I kind of like it, right? Because you wake up to it and you're like, huh, this is better, you know, and you didn't necessarily anticipate it, but you just wake up to something better. So let me know your thoughts on that, but that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Again, if you did, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.